Is Israel stealing organs from Palestinians? When 120 Palestinian corpses were handed over as part of the 10th of October ceasefire deal, the director of Gaza's government media office reported that the bodies were missing parts of eyes and other organs like livers.
وأيضا لدينا شكوك عميقة بأن الاحتلال الإسرائيلي قام بسرقة أعضاء من هؤلاء الشهداء مثل سرقة قرنيات العيون أو سرقة أكباد.
Dr. Ismail al-Thawabta also called for an international investigation to hold Israel accountable for serious violations against deceased bodies and the theft of their organs. The mutilation of corpses, which includes non-consensual organ harvesting, is a violation of international law. In November 2023, Euromed Human Rights Monitor tracked the IDF's theft of dozens of dead bodies from hospitals in Gaza, including by digging up mass graves. Some bodies were handed over to the International Committee of the Red Cross, but many were kept by the Israeli army. Medical professionals in Gaza who examined some of the bodies after their release found evidence of organ theft, including missing cochleas, corneas, livers, kidneys and hearts. By January 2024, the IDF had attacked 16 graveyards in Gaza, desecrating hundreds of graves and stealing and dismembering bodies.
We found the bodies above the ground after the Israelis had exhumed them. Right now we're lining up the bodies of our relatives in order to rebury them.
My two sons, my brother and my brother's son are buried here. And you can see the extent of the sabotage and the revenge that befell this area. Even the dead could not escape them.
100 Palestinian corpses were also reported found in a mass grave in Rafah after the IDF took them from hospitals and graveyards. Some bodies had organs missing. In April 2024, the Gaza Ministry of Religious Affairs accused the IDF of mass corpse mutilation, including carrying out post-mortem decapitations and dismemberment, then throwing bodies into a large pit and covering them in garbage. Allegations and evidence of Israeli organ theft go far beyond Israel's most recent genocidal war on Gaza. In 2009, Israel was forced to acknowledge that it had harvested the skin, corneas, heart valves and bones of Palestinians, Israelis and foreign workers in the 1990s without permission. This came after Professor Yehuda Hiss, a state pathologist and director of the Forensic Institute, openly admitted to non-consensual skin, tissue, bone and organ harvesting to serve the needs of Israel. When Hiss's interview was released on Israeli TV, the IDF said, "This activity ended a decade ago and does not happen any longer." Israel has a long history of holding on to Palestinian corpses, including those of children, and even passed a law in 2018 to ensure the state can keep the bodies of Palestinians from their bereaved families. In December 2024, Israel's parliament approved the preliminary hearing of a bill that would stop the return of Palestinian bodies to their families if they were killed while attacking an Israeli. They would receive a burial in Israel's infamous cemeteries of numbers, where hundreds of Palestinian bodies have been stockpiled in mass graves marked with numbers rather than names since 1967. Rights groups also reported in 2017 that Palestinians were not only buried in inaccessible graveyards across Israel in closed military zones, but also held in freezers in Tel Aviv. Israel has a historic shortage of organ donors, and Israelis have played a well-documented role in the global illegal organ trade over the past 25 years. Israel is the only country in the world besides Russia to have primary legislation that explicitly allows the withholding of dead bodies as part of its wider military programme.